Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name's Adam Mohammed Usman, and I'd like to welcome you to the English news programme on Somaliland National Television. Here to update you with the latest news, let's take a look at the stories making the headlines. The President of Somaliland departs on personal and work-related trip to the United Kingdom. Minister of Religious Affairs praises police efforts in boosting security during Ramadan. UN calls for Israel-Gaza ceasefire as rocket fire intensifies and death toll rises. The President of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud, has departed on both a personal and work-related trip to the United Kingdom. The President departed from Igal International Airport, where he was joined by several cabinet ministers, director generals, parliamentarians and other state officials.
President Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud Silanyo, accompanied by several government officials, departed from Igal International Airport on a personal and working trip to the United Kingdom. President Ahmed Silanyo will stop over in Ethiopia to hold meetings with key Ethiopian government officials, including the Prime Minister, regarding ways of further strengthening the steadfast relationship between Somaliland and Ethiopia. The President held a press conference at Igal International Airport discussing his visit to Ethiopia and the United Kingdom. The President stated that his visit to Ethiopia is aimed to hold meetings with key Ethiopian government officials, in addition to his visit to the United Kingdom, which has both personal and working aims. President Ahmed Silanyo spoke at the press conference regarding several issues. Speaking on media, the President stated that the current administration has and continues encouraging emerging media sector of Somaliland, and that the trial of some media staff has nothing to do with freedom of media. The trial of these journalists came due to the unprofessional acts against the constitution of Somaliland. The President spoke on peace and the stability of Somaliland. He stated that Somaliland has enjoyed peace throughout 23 years since it reclaimed independence, and since his current administration came to power, more have been done in furthering security. Finally, the President took salute from contingents of the army at Igal International Airport before departing from the airport.
The President of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud, accompanied by the Minister of Civil Aviation and Air Transport, Mahmoud Hashi Abdi, unveiled new ministry offices constructed next to the Igal International Airport in the capital of Somaliland for the Ministry of Aviation and Air Transport. The President of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud, accompanied by several cabinet ministers, paid a work-related visit to the Ministry of Civil Aviation. During this visit, he was shown the new offices which have been constructed next to the Igal International Airport in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. These offices will host ministerial staff and will be the centre of operations for the Ministry of Civil Aviation. The President was then shown new electronic barriers which are intended for the parking area of the Igal International Airport. The President, led by the Minister of Civil Aviation, Mahmoud Hashi Abdi, was shown the new areas constructed for the Igal International Airport, such as the waiting area for arrivals, the arrivals terminal itself, the cargo areas, the aircraft hangars, and later on to the VIP sections and the newly constructed runway. Following this tour of the ministry and the Igal International Airport, upon his departure, President Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud held a press conference where he stated, the Minister of Civil Aviation, Mahmoud Hashi Abdi, provided a speech on this tour where he stated, President Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud provided his views on what he's seen at the ministry and the newly constructed facilities at Igal International Airport, where he stated, the Minister of Religious Affairs, Sheikh Khalil Abdullahi Ahmed, discussed ongoing efforts led by the ministry in boosting good deeds sought to be done by Muslims during the holy month of Ramadan, and appreciated the leading role that the Somaliland police has played in cracking down in anti-Islamic practices.
The minister held a press conference at his office, elaborated on the major steps taken by the Ministry of Religious Affairs alongside other governmental institutions in boosting good deeds sought to be done by the Muslims during the holy month of Ramadan, as well as thwarting of all anti-Islamic practices, which include providing prepared food for the fast people who are illegally breaking their fast. Minister Khalil appreciated the role that police has been playing in security, particularly in fighting the anti-Ramadan customs that may harm society or for the least prove socially unfriendly. The minister also praised the efforts of the Somaliland Ministry of Information, Culture and National Guidance, particularly SLN TV and Radio Hargeisa, which more than any other media station played a laudable role in broadcasting awareness programs and programs that focused on the importance of fast for the Muslims throughout the holy month of Ramadan. Minister Khalil finally urged the Muslim people residing throughout Somaliland to continue fasting the entire month of Ramadan and completing good deeds sought to be done by all Muslims. The minister also recommended all Somaliland nationals to conduct themselves on the right path and refrain from anti-Ramadan practices. Meanwhile, the Good Guidance and Evil Abstinence Committee spoke to SLN TV to convey thanks to the Minister of Religious Affairs for increasing efforts toward boosting awareness programs on the Ramadan. We, the Good Guidance and the Evil Abstinence Committee, are here to appreciate over the role and the cooperative efforts that the Ministry has provided in preventing anti-Ramadan practices. We urge them to continue such efforts. We also urge the Somaliland citizens to follow the orders of Allah and the Sunnah of our Prophet, to fast the Ramadan and complete good deeds sought by our religion, said a member of Good Guidance and Evil Abstinence Committee.
The Mayor of Hargeisa, Abdurrahman Mahmoud Aidid Soltelko, accompanied by the Deputy Mayor Abdulaziz Agawine, parliamentarians and councillors from Hargeisa local municipality, attended the opening ceremony of Horsed, which is a waste management company that will operate across the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. The Hargeisa local municipality unveiled a new company which will assist the local municipality in waste management across the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. Present for this ceremony was the Mayor of Hargeisa, Abdurrahman Mahmoud Aidid Soltelko, accompanied by the Deputy Mayor of Hargeisa, Abdulaziz Mohammed Hashi Agawine, parliamentarians from Somaliland's Houses of Parliament and councillors from Hargeisa's local municipality, joined by cultural and traditional leaders as well. The Horsed Waste Management Company will operate in the Ahmed Dagah, Ahmed Moge and city centre of the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. This particular project was funded in part by the World Bank and had an official speaking at the ceremony who stated, the Mayor of Hargeisa, Abdurrahman Mahmoud Aidid Soltelko, provided a keynote speech at the event where he stated, the Deputy Mayor of Hargeisa, Abdulaziz Mohammed Hashi Agawine, provided a speech at the event where he also stated, the owner of Horsed Waste Management Company provided his speech at the event and he stated, you're still tuned into the English News Programme on Somaliland National Television, the only Somali-speaking channel with an English news programme. Now for our international headlines in detail. A series of large explosions have detonated across Gaza on Sunday morning. Drones and jets could be heard flying overhead as flash after flash lit up the sky. According to local officials, some 156 Palestinians have been killed since July the 8th, when Israel launched Operation Protective Edge, an offensive against targeting strategic positions in Gaza with the aim of ending Palestinian rocket fire into its territory.
The United Nations Security Council has called for a ceasefire, a move Riyad Mansour, the Palestinian ambassador to the UN, welcomed. If the Israeli side is not going to listen to the position from the Security Council and from all political groups, there will be more activities, including in the Security Council, including in the possibility of just resolution, he said. In the West Bank town of Beit Lahem, scores of Palestinian protesters clashed with Israeli soldiers on Saturday after Israel expanded its air assault against Hamas the militant group controlling Gaza Strip. Israel is also said to be considering a possible ground offensive on the territory. Meanwhile, sirens sounded across central Israel as missiles continued to be launched at the state. No Israelis have been killed any rocket attacks. The Israel Defense Force said their Iron Dome anti-missile system intercepted 3 out of 10 rockets fired over Tel Aviv on Saturday. Partially funded by the US, the Iron Dome has intercepted more than 130 incoming rockets, preventing any Israeli fatalities so far.
After the meeting for the first time since the election on June 14th, Afghanistan's presidential hopefuls, Ashraf Ghani and Abdullah Abdullah, consented to a 100% audit of ballots. US Secretary of State John Kerry announced both men had agreed to abide by the outcome of the UN-supervised recount, which is expected to take several weeks to complete.
Both candidates have committed to participate in and abide by the results of the largest and most comprehensive audit, Kerry told a news conference. Every single ballot that was cast will be audited, he continued. Preliminary results put Ghani in the lead by almost a million votes. He had earlier called for a partial recount of votes following allegations by Abdullah and his supporters that the election was rigged. We asked the Electoral Commissions, and especially the Complaints Commission, to inspect and recount the votes from 7,100 polling stations, he said following the announcement of the preliminary results. This includes over 3 million ballots for both candidates across the country. Abdullah dismissed the outcome as a coup against Afghan people. Afghanistan is heavily dependent on international aid, particularly from the US. Washington warned it would withdraw its support if anyone tried to take power illegally. The deadlock dashed the US hopes of a smooth transition of power. It's waiting to sign a crucial security pact with the incoming president to allow a small group of US soldiers to stay in Afghanistan beyond the end of the year. To allow a small group of US soldiers to stay in Afghanistan beyond the end of the year. Both candidates have agreed to sign the deal promptly upon taking power.
And that's all the news we have for you today. Thanks very much for watching. You can keep updated with us on somalilandntv.com or contact us on the email below at englishsection@somalilandntv.com. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.